Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Zola and today we will be doing a glutes and thighs workout. Very quick, right in, right out. Let's get started. The legs are wider than hip distance apart in a turned out position so that your toes are pointing towards the corner of your mat. And from here, take a deep bend in the knees as you reach the arms up, inhaling, and exhale, bend the knees. Again, inhale, keep the spine tall. Exhale, bend the knees. Again, two more of these. Deep inhale and exhale, bend. One more time, inhale and exhale. From here, keep the arms forward, stretch the knees and bend. Stretch and bend. So these are your grand pliés. Again, we're keeping the spine tall like you're sliding up and down a wall. Squeezing those legs at the top. 8 more here. 8 and bend. 7, shoulders down the back, chest is open, proud. 4 more. 4. Squeeze and bend. Squeeze and bend. Let's pulse it out. So pulse. Keep the arms lifted and strong so the elbows aren't drooping down to the floor, right? They're lifted. Staying low in those legs. If you can get a little lower, please do so. Pulse and pulse. Weight in the heels. Good, 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Let's alternate lifting the heels. Lift the right heel, lift the left heel, or whichever heel you want to start with, doesn't matter. You can either mirror me or do the opposite of me. Up and down, up. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, get the whole body working and warm. 3, 2, and 1. Hold that grand plie. Pull the belly to the spine. Try to get deeper in those legs. Feel the shake, feel the burn for 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch. Bring the legs together and parallel. We reach the arms up. And as you bend the knees, reach the arms forward. So you stretch and bend. Poke those hips out. We're no longer sliding up and down that wall. I'm leaning a little bit forward, sticking the hips back as the knees bend. Up and down. Squeeze to stretch. Good. Up and down. Up and down. For 4. Squeeze for 3. Point the right toes out to the side, out. Actually tap, then bend. So sort of like a single leg squat. Maybe you don't go as far down, that's okay. But try to keep the knee going right over the toes. Up and down, up and down. Tap the toes, tap, up. 4 more times, 4 and 3. I didn't tell you in the beginning, you're gonna get a little cardio too, right? Legs together, back to the top, up and down. Both legs. Breathing. Weight in the heels as you bend those knees. 2 more like this. Tap the left toes to the side. Take it up. Tap it in and out. Knees tracking over the toes. Up and down. Up and down. Let's do 8 more for 8 and 7, 6, 5, reach. 2 more, up and down. Last one, up and down. Shake it out and let's take it right to the floor. Okay, now your body should definitely be warm. Lie onto your back. Your legs are about as wide as your mat, arms by your side. Let's flex the feet, so pull the toes up to the shins and then lift the hips up and down. Push and lower. So of course the weight is in your heels, the toes are lifted and down. Lift and down. Good, let's do 8 more here. Lift 8 and tap the floor. 7, 6, shoulders down the back. 3, 2, Let's pulse it at the top. Small movement, up, down, up, down. Squeeze, squeeze. So those legs have already been working. You might already be feeling the burn. The heart rate is still going, which is a good thing. Let's do 8 more. Let's do 16 more. Push and push, push. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Starting back from the top all the way down, we tap and lift, down and up. Good, really push those hips up to the ceiling. Feel the length in the tops of the thighs as you lift the hips. So we're working the backs of the legs, lengthening the fronts of the legs. 8 more times. 8 and push. 7, squeeze. 6, shaking. 5. Again, we pulse it at the top, small movement. Up and up, down, up. A few inches down, a few inches up. Good, push and push. Of course, if you need to put the feet all the way down, please feel free to do that. Pushing into the heels just gives you a little extra glute and hamstring action. 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold it at the top for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the hips down. Let's hug the knees into the chest to give your glutes a little break. And then place the feet down, this time hip distance apart. Arms stay by your sides. You're gonna lift the hips. You're gonna bring the right knee to the chest, and you lower. Left knee and lower. I'm gonna flex the feet actually. Pulling the toes back to the shins. And the goal here is to keep the hips lifted as you bring your knee to your chest. So you don't want the hips to drop. Of course, that's easier said than done. Good. One more time each side. Roll the hips down. This time, as you bring your knees to your chest, you're going to lift those hips. So 2 actions, 1 movement. Hips up, knee pulls in. Good, and lift. Good, hips up, hips down. Hips up, hips down. One more time each side. Good, starting from the top, lift the hips. Keep the hips lifted as you march. Just 10 times. 3, 4, adjust those hips whenever you need to adjust them. 3 more. 9 and 10. Bring the hips down. As you lift the hips, pull the knee to the chest. Hips down, hips lift and pull. Down and up. Down and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Good. Lift your hips. Actually, bring your feet all the way together. We want the knees together, the inner thighs hugging, and the feet together. Hips lift. Let's just lift the heels and lower the heels. If you need to walk the feet in a little closer, feel free. Lower the heels. And almost think of the hips lifting higher as your heels come down. Heels down, hips up, up and down, up and down. Squeeze those inner thighs. 2 more, up and down, up and down. Hold the lift of the hips. Feel the squeeze, inner thighs squeezing, everything squeezing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the hips down. Hug your knees to your chest. Whew. And let's lie on our side on the elbow. So elbow underneath the shoulder, the bottom knee will bend and the top leg stays nice and straight. You can use this top arm as an anchor, keeping those hips nice and stacked. So try to not let the hips open up to the ceiling. Nice stacked hips, we just lift the leg and tap the toes to the floor. Up and tap, up. So getting a little oblique action as the leg lifts, up and down. Lift and lower. Shoulder away from the ear. For 8, 7, control the lift, control the lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Small pulses, up, down, up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 2. We're doing 32. So 4 sets of 8. Lift and lift. Up, down, up. Breathe. Enjoy the burn. 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot. We bend and stretch that leg. Squeeze. It's more about the stretch than it is about the bend. The bend is very tiny, and we squeeze as we straighten that leg. Up and squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. Keep it going. Maybe lift the leg a little higher. 8 more here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can let the toes tap. Let's twist down towards the floor. So I'm going to attempt to place both elbows down. Now, if this is too big of a twist for you, keep those fingertips down and try to twist the upper body down towards the floor as much as you can. The ultimate goal is to keep weight even in both elbows. And from here, you're gonna lift that top leg and lower. Up and down. Lift and lower. Try to pull the belly button to the spine. I just had to remind myself to do that. Lift and lower. Up. My leg is on fire. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold the lift. Circle the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg. Come all the way down. Bring this top leg forward of the bottom leg and straighten that bottom leg. You can hold on to the ankle. For inner thigh leg lifts, we just lift and lower that bottom leg to the ceiling. Lift and lift. Keep going. Up, down, up. My heart rate is still going. Whew. From that warm up, huh? Let's keep going. Up, down, up, down. I'm going for 64. I'm probably going to lose my count, but I'm doing my best to count in my head. Lift and lift. I often miss the inner thighs when I do my workout, so I'm trying to get it in right here. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Good. Let's go right to the other side. We'll do a little stretch after we finish both sides. So maybe you can shake it out a little bit, and let's get right into it. So elbow is down, bottom leg is bent, that top leg lifts and lowers. Up and tap. A light tap on the floor. Lift and lower. 2. And down. And down. Keep going. Lift and lower. Up and down. 4, 3, 2. Stack those hips. Let's pulse it at the top. Up and up. Remember, 32 pulses here. So stay in the range that makes you comfortable. Don't do too much too soon because you're here for a long time. 16 more. Pulse up and up. Whew. Keep those hips stacked. 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot, bend and stretch. Remember, more about the stretch than the bend. So squeeze and squeeze. Whoo! Squeeze, squeeze. 16 more. Press and press like you're trying to stamp your heel to the opposite wall in the room. 8 more times. 8, 7, I'm dying. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's twist down to the floor. Remember, either on both elbows or place your fingertips like your spidey fingers down on the floor. Point through the toes. Let's lift and lower. Up and down. So this side is harder for me to twist. My elbow is kind of light on the floor. The goal is to get both elbows pressing evenly down into the floor. That's the ultimate goal. Good. Up and down. Up and down. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's circle the leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse those circles for 5, 4. Ooh, this leg is much harder. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Untwist the spine. Come all the way down on your side. Inner thigh leg lifts. Grab a hold of that ankle and lift that bottom leg up and up. Squeeze and squeeze. I'm gonna go a little faster. Up and up. Keep that leg nice and straight. Lift it as high as you possibly can. Whew, you have 32 more lifts. We got this. Keep it going. We're almost done. Think your happy thoughts. 16 more. Last time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to hold it at the top for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg. Whew-wee. Alrighty, let's take a stretch. You finished the workout. Let's stretch it on out. This is your reward. So place the soles of the feet together. Sit up as tall as you can to start. And before we fold forward, just try to lift up and out of the hips, but press the knees down. That always feels good for me, for my inner thighs and my hips. And then when you're ready, you can grab the ankles and fold forward as much as you can. I told you it was going to be quick. Get you right in, right out. Hopefully your glutes and thighs are on fire. Whew. And from here, you can turn to face the length of your mat. Let's do a figure 4 stretch seated. So place one ankle over top of your opposite thigh, and you can bring your opposite heel as close as you can stand, or you can bring your hips to your heel. That's a little easier. But I'm gonna keep the bend in my knee pretty shallow right now. And when you're ready, you can switch sides. Try to stay seated nice and tall while you're here. Flex the foot that's on top of the knee. Just take a few deep breaths. And carefully uncross that leg, and you are finished. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Zola, and I will see you next time.